Yo, Tone.
No,
Hola.
we're back. We're back.
We are back. It took a lot. I had to talk you off the ledge a little bit.
I am fucking in an evil mood right now. I am.
But it was funny. I said the wait because we were laughing at the NFL and the Giants giving up 33 points, which has happened, what'd you say, twice in the history of the fucking world?
The most points in the fourth quarter were 34. 33 only happened one other time in the history of the NFL. And oh, by the way,
It was the Giants.
25 points
Oh,
was scored by Denver in the last 5 minutes of the game. So if you want to explain that to me in a scenario other than a fix, I'll be glad to listen because
it's at the very least scripted. Your
yeah,
your man library. I'm telling you, like you look at it and you say, well, you know what's going to happen, and it's it's a hard time. It's hard to watch now. Let's be honest. I'm not the only
yeah.
people saying it. It's not like we're breaking fucking news or anything. But honest
No,
to God, like it can be really rough.
yeah, there's players coming out. I guess the most obvious was Larry Johnson yesterday,
Yeah,
I believe, or the day before. There's been others. Some are no longer with us, by the way. Could take that for whatever it's worth.
Russell, our man Russell says, you boys get into the script loophole this week too. Wild.
Not yet,
Russell,
but
I
I'm
don't know how
think
you could. I don't know how you can escape it if you're not on like quote whatever mainstream like ESPN. They're not going to talk about that or whatever, right? Obviously, but
oh,
anything else, you're here talking to people and you watch it. We watch way more than anybody else. Anybody else. And especially the people that are doing it for a living.
yeah.
And you can be honest and objective and say, come on, bro.
You know, clearly they can't say anything on these major networks and that. Um, it just happens far too often. You know, huge comebacks. The penalties are getting ridiculous. The refs are controlling the game as much as they can,
It's all
and
you
when
can.
they
I mean,
can't,
yeah,
then the players take over. Um,
yeah. The fortuitous flags where you're like, oh, this changes the entire complexion. But listen, I told you I grew up an Eagles fan, but like the Eagles are offsides or false start. Part of me, like 90% of the tush pushes. So instead of being 4th and 1, it's 4th and 6.
right, right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking at this rat game tonight. It's been bad. This weekend was the worst weekend I've had. Who knows? I don't know. A long time. And tonight's not looking any fucking better by the looks of this Western Kentucky move. I bet I'll give it to you. It doesn't fucking matter. You can bet it now. I might bet it again. What the fuck's I got to lose? I bet Western Kentucky plus 3.5. It's up to 6 now. Which kind of goes along with the weekend. Last
Yeah,
night was
maybe.
another fucking disaster. Um, it's been bad. I mean, bad. It's been, one weekend and a Monday. That's been bad. So take that for what it's worth after 15-1. It was
Well, yeah,
bound to happen,
exactly.
but I didn't think it would happen like that. But who knows?
No, yeah, agreed. But I guess it's the perfect weekend for it to have happened. 7 straight favorites win early. I don't know what the totals were.
10-2.
Russell goes, I don't know if you guys watched the early Jags Rams game, but I had to turn it off because the one-sided flags on the Jags, it was blatant. And I'm sure it was.
He's right. He's right. I did
I'm
watch
sure it
it.
was. I don't doubt it.
We had the over there, oddly enough. um, yeah, so I don't know. I don't want to tell you to bet this game, this Western Kentucky. It moved against me big time. That's one thing that didn't happen this weekend, but just about everything else did. We had,
He does.
I mean, we had Duke laying 2.5. First two possessions, they had the ball on the 1 going in, fumbled. They had it on the 5 going in, and a missed field goal, I believe, or a blocked field goal. I forget exactly what it was. So that was pretty much the end of that. And then the rest kind of followed suit. We bet NBA is back. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing at this point.
Russell and Charlie were checking in, but he has killed us talking about Trevor Lawrence. And I said to you, I go, dude, that dude is a product of marketing. He stinks.
Bro, he's terrible.
He's got the hair and the whole thing, but that's it. That's all there is.
Yeah, thanks for sending that, Mark. Western Kentucky quarterback is out.
Well,
why? You know what? Why the fuck didn't it come up? What do I pay for this screen for? I'd like to know. They're going to be getting a phone call tomorrow, and they're not going to like the way it ends up.
This is the third time you threatened to call them, just so you know.
I know.
You haven't yet. So these are just few. These are empty threats.
This is not an empty. There's nothing on here about the quarterback being out.
Yeah,
well, that don't help me.
No, I mean, you would argue that hurts you considerably.
Yes. What do I have to go back to Spank Odds Logic? Because that's what I have to do. Because that's what I'll do. Ridiculous. Get on the ball, would you? Jesus Christ.
That's rough. We always speak very highly of that group.
Yeah, well, get your shit fixed. Get it working right. Because I could be a very unloyal. I could be a loyal customer. I could be a worst fucking nightmare. So let's get this fixed. I don't do this for fun. Because it is no fun, damn it. All right. Back at the ranch.
Yeah.
We bet the Rockets tonight. +7. -14. It's down to 6.5. Finally, some relatively good news. We'll see. I would wait. It's down to 6 at 411. Wait, you'll probably believe me. The way my luck's been ran this week, you get a better number live. I'm sure. Even if OKC scores the first basket, you'll get 7.5. I was listening to something. I saw a post before that this is the tallest lineup that the Rockets have ever fielded. Ever had on the court, rather.
Really?
Yeah. What that means, I don't know. But I don't know the players.
Oh, no, but that seems. They've had some pretty big motherfuckers in the middle.
Yeah. Well, OKC has that. What's that kid? That big kid they have. I can't think of his name, but he's like 7. What is he? 7'2", 7'3"? I don't know. Players escape me. I don't know. It's all numbers.
Is that the Wemby?
I don't know.
I couldn't care less.
I don't know. Russell, where are you when I need you, for God's sake? Come on. I'm going to hire you as our statistician, Russell.
But you know what the funny is? Like, I'm just thinking about that. Like, people are like, oh, these guys are talking about sports and they don't even know this player. They're like, I couldn't give one fuck about the player. I don't care about the players.
January will be 44 years. I don't know any more players now than I did then.
Yeah.
So, it's okay if you're betting props in that. That's fine.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Then you got to,
Wemby on the Spurs. He doesn't know either on the guy on the, what do you call it?
Yeah.
He's like 7'9".
Russell.
I thought that Wemby was on the Spurs, but we were kind of like, sometimes we misspeak. So I'm like,
that's right.
Spurs. So
Spurs have that big kid. Yeah, I've seen him play. He's a good player too. So you could shoot for the outside at that size too. Good shooter.
I'll never forget Manute Bol hitting like 5 or 6 3-pointers.
That's a lot for a guy that big. Yeah, his legs. I always thought at some point running down the court.
What is an SGA? What's an SGA? That doesn't help me at all.
I don't know what that is either.
That's the guy. I guess this is,
I always thought Manute Bol when he was coming down the court, at some point his leg would just snap in half. He just reminded me. He was just built like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was like, you're like, bro, are you okay? He just died, right? A couple of years ago. He was apparently a pretty wonderful guy.
That's what I heard. Very philanthropic and just a really good
Alexander.
Yep. Oh, Gilgis. Yeah. Okay.
SGA.
Yeah. He's another great player too.
I have a new favorite player.
He's really good. All right. So,
it's up to you. What do you want to do? We do
Let's
a
go.
handful of the college footballs, like a couple good ones, and then we'll see how they change on Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, let's
And
do
then
a
we'll
little.
do watch Saturday, and it is what it is.
All right. Let's
Let's
look
get
at a.
right back on the horse, Tone. We ain't gonna sit here
I'm
and dwell and
trying.
sulk and shit.
The fucking
No one has
horse
time
keeps
for that.
throwing me
Nobody
off.
wants that. Well, I know. Fucking shoot the horse, get a new one.
All right, let's talk a little college football, shall we? Okay. We already discussed uh, the Western Kentucky assumed possible miss.
Well,
Let's talk about what did I do here? Oh,
hey, real quick on Western Kentucky, they had a
yeah.
lackluster offensive performance last week, if I remember correctly, and they had otherwise a pretty good offense. So I wonder if there were issues last week that lead to this miss this week for the quarterback. I don't know. Speculating.
I don't know either. I'm hoping. I mean, it could be just a switch. I didn't think the starter played very well at all last week.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you might be right. I don't know because I'm trying to find who the backup is here. Let's take a look. See if I can find it real quick. I didn't even realize. I would have had the stuff ready. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, it's all right. Who cares? I got nothing to do.
Yeah.
I played golf all day today.
Oh, I thought you were working today.
No, we played a scramble. We were only 4 under, but I played with, two guys that haven't golfed in 25 years. So it's kind of shocking that we even kept making pars. I was like, all right, we're going to stink today, but that's okay. We're going to stink together.
That's all. All right, so questionable. T. Parks. I don't believe that's their starter, is it? Parks.
So
Parks.
I was just doing that. So
Parks
they
is
lost
battling.
25-6 to FIU last night or last week. I'm sure.
Yeah, so I guess that's their starter. I don't know who the backup is, but
oh, they got 5 quarterbacks on the roster.
let me just give me a second, guys. This is one thing that ESPN is halfway decent for.
Their injuries?
No, their roster. The way they line it up, it's pretty easy to read. I just have to get to the right.
The senior is Maverick McIver.
He's got a good football name. I like it. All right, let's see.
Yeah, he has 1,800 yards passing this year, so he's the guy.
Yeah, all right. So
it says he's active on ESPN. Yeah. It says active.
Yeah. There's got to be more to it than that. For a move that big, I don't know that any of these mid-major quarterbacks are that good anyway, to be honest with you. They're certainly not worth 2.5 points. So, all right, we'll leave that one alone.
Yeah, anyway.
Let's go down
sorry for the derailment.
Yeah, let's go down and see what else we got here. South Alabama, Georgia State. That's a Thursday night game. 3.5 South Bama. Georgia State. South Alabama at home to Georgia State.
2 wins and 12 losses
I got
combined.
The wrong number. What's
Both
that?
of them over. I said they're 2-12 combined on the season, with a 0-6 combined conference record in the Sun Belt.
Yeah. So, what South Alabama's doing? Laying 6.5? Not sure. That'll probably be a pass. We'll just keep moving on. North Texas. North.
Onward.
Long time ago, an old timer said, "Never ask a bad team." This is old school thought, but
yeah,
he said, "Never ask a bad team to make you money." That was a long time ago, but it was true more often than not, I guess.
Yeah, well, shit. When you lose and you go, "What did you expect?" Like it's remember in Animal House, and he goes, "Oh, the card." He goes, "You fucked up. You trusted us."
Yeah, that's right. North Texas, Charlotte. North Texas could probably name the score here.
I would imagine.
Yeah, it's not of interest. Cal and Virginia Tech. It's a good game, actually.
Think so? I don't know. I mean, it might be entertaining, I suppose.
Yeah. I want to check the injuries here before I do anything, but I think Cal's the right side. I'm getting texts. Leave me alone. Boise State, Nevada. It's another game. Boise State's far too good for this team, my opinion. The number hasn't moved. It opened 21 and a half, and it still is. So
Yeah.
there's not a lot going on there. Syracuse, Georgia Tech. I don't think Syracuse could play with this team. They'd have to
It's
play.
not outside.
No.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, sort of funny,
No,
but I mean,
I got you.
like not outside, not
No.
in Atlanta.
Indiana and UCLA.
I like this. 25 and a half is.
It's a big number.
They're much better, but
That's a big
25
number.
and a half?
I think you're right, Joe. I think it's too high.
I mean,
be
just
honest.
looking at it. I mean, doing nothing other than looking at it and going, all right, 25 and a half is 27, 28. Now you're talking like that's a lot of points.
Yeah, I agree. I'd probably side with UCLA. It's an awful lot of points. And are they better? Yeah, sure, they're a better team, but
Of course,
they're
they're better, but
bigger up front.
and Kurt Signetti got a 8-year, $93 million contract at Indiana. That's bananas.
It is crazy.
So you know what that made me look the other day, because my wife asked me something and she's like, oh, she was kind of like, it was late. She went to bed and came back out, and I was watching whatever game was on late on Saturday. I don't even remember. That was probably the Auburn game. Anyway, she's like, well, oh, that's a lot of money. I'm like, she was like offended by it, right? And I end up doing a search, and I say, what's the average Division I football coach make? And I was shocked to find out it was $3.67 million. Now that's being buoyed a lot by once upon a time the Nick Sabans of the world, Signetti, Franklin, et cetera, right? But my gosh,
it's only 11 games. And if you're in the playoffs or a bowl game, but still 11 games, a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean it's like the recruiting thing, but it's like it's such an obscene amount of money.
It really is. I mean, all right, so you don't get a lot of time off, but neither do I, and I'm
yeah. If it just was solely by time off, I'm like,
available.
I'm like, exactly. Going back to Syracuse, Russell's, because my Q's boys have looked rough since losing their QB and Jelly. So tough for them. So yeah, I mean,
it's always tough for these teams when they lose a starter. They're just not built for high flying backups. They're just not. They don't have the roster spots, and there's a lot of reasons. They can only pay so many guys.
Well, then think of it like this too. In this world of transfer portal, if you even have a shot of playing somewhere else, see ya. I'm not sticking around here.
Yeah, that's a problem. These kids, if they for a second they don't like what's going on, they just leave. There's no camaraderie. There's no honor left anymore with these these players. If they don't like the way they're being treated, or you speak a little too rough to them, or they don't feel like practicing that day, or the practice ran a little longer, or the amenities aren't quite up to snuff, they just disappear and go somewhere else. So that's a problem. It's a big problem, and it'll only get worse as I think they got to find a happy medium somewhere, if there is such a thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but like the happy medium doesn't happen. Like it's that severe overcorrection to whatever this is, where these kids, whatever, we're older. The kids, making they made $4 million. You're like, $4 million.
It is absurd. It really is. And they're getting pampered from high school on too. It doesn't just start in college. This is a good game. There's a couple games here. SMU. You like this game, Joe?
Well,
SMU
I
and
didn't
Wake
even.
Forest.
Oh yeah, I did. I just glanced through it. I'm like, it caught my eye for sure.
Uh, I think I'll. Again, I didn't bet any of these games I'm given, but I'll at 3.5. I'll be on Wake Forest. I would think at this point anyway. The way things are now, this could change tomorrow. Thursday will tighten everything up. It
Yeah,
can.
yeah. That's
It's
well,
right
no, for sure.
now.
But this is like just looking through the card. I haven't looked at the card. I didn't get. I don't work too far ahead. I really don't.
It's tough to do now because there's, you could take 3.5. You're not going to see stuff that, unless it's a late injury, it's not going to move far off this stuff. But, you know, just for an example, if you took 3, let's say this not line was 3, and then it went to 3.5. Well, what's the rush? Now you cost yourself a key number over a key number, and you'll lose more of them than you win. But as it stands right now, it'll be Wake Forest for me. Oklahoma, Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't know. Mississippi's good, but this Oklahoma team it's a funny kind of number. It's not 3, it's not 6, it's 5.
That's a far scarier number in the NFL to me. I
Yeah,
think
did I
for
mention I'm
me,
not betting the NFL anymore? I think we led with that, didn't
no,
we?
but we.
No.
I think we kind of. I think everyone kind of got the idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it had to be said so much.
Yeah, no, and I'm up money in the NFL, but I can't bet something that I don't. If I knew I don't know how to read these scripts and all this other shit. I don't understand any of it. I don't want to understand it necessarily. That's from
Is to what there is to
minds.
understand.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it and I'm like, you got that from that? Nah, come on, come on. And oddly enough, I was on AI yesterday and asking it about gematria and numerology and this because that's what this stuff is. And it said, yeah, it exists, and it gave me an example. There's apparently a few different examples. So there's the example of what the numbers mean in what's the word in gematria, and
But it's
there's
like
another one.
biblical.
Some of it is, some of it
Okay.
is, and then there's, well, how do you decipher a certain phrase that you see and combine that with a spread in a game? It's I'm not there yet. I'm not buying it. It's not. It's not. I've been doing this too long to buy that. What do I know? We'll see. We'll
Russell
see.
wants to know if we're going to get to the NHL tonight.
I did look at the NHL. We could flip over there real quick.
Yeah, whatever. Why not jump over? I'm staying right here.
Oh, the game started already. It's my fault. We should lead with the NHL from now. Well, we're usually not this late anyway.
Yeah, no, it's usually we're 6 o'clock, but I didn't get
Yeah.
home till closer to 7.
The games I looked at that I thought had some value were I like Edmonton. Not at this number. They were, yeah, they opened at 130. It's low. I'm sorry, it started. So they're up to 1. I like Edmonton. I think they're the better team. I don't like laying on the road. I don't like laying really big price anywhere, to be honest with you. And I consider 130, 135 a relatively big price. Excuse me. But I like Edmonton. This Boston and Florida game, Florida has not been, from what I remember, they're not playing very well, I don't believe. Let me just double check for you. I
In the
like
week
Boston
long
at home.
season.
What's that?
In the week old season.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly. So they're both 3 and 4. Not that that matters, but a lot of these teams get off to a slow start. Gun to my head, I'd bet Boston plus $1.39, 38-ish. I think that price is too high. And what did I see? Did I see anything else? Wasn't Dallas, wasn't Columbus. No, that was it. And the Devils I looked at, which started already. They're down 1-0. So let's see what the spread is on this game now. Plus 1.5. You know what? You can make a small bet at plus 1.5 on the Devils, plus 1.5 minus $1.23-ish, thereabouts. Don't lay $1.40, $1.38 that FanDuel wants. If you can get it like $1.25 plus a goal and a half minus $1.25, you can make a small bet there. That's it live. I don't see anything else on the card. Those are the only games I looked at, to be honest. The late stuff, Colorado and Utah, Anaheim and Nashville. I'm not crazy about that game either. Yeah, those are the only games I looked at. If you want to do something with the Devil game live, you can do that. That's about it. And Boston, I think the price is too high on Florida. I don't think it should be laying $1.55 on the road the way they've been playing. Probably a better team on paper, but not the way they're playing. That line should be probably $1.25 tops. All right, let's go back to
We're going back.
college. College.
So
football.
we really didn't talk. We kind of glossed over the Ole Miss Oklahoma.
Yes.
We mentioned it, and then we tangented. Went on a tangent.
It works. You're asking me. Works for me.
Yeah, the last guy should be asking.
Oklahoma minus 4.5. Yeah, I don't like that number. Let's see what happens. Well, I'll have more for you Thursday. I'll be in better shape number wise. I see Ohio got bet here against Eastern Michigan. Open 10.5, 9 at circa, up to 12.5. Is it injury related? I don't know. Let's see if we can find anything on here. Give me a second. You know what? I'm going to go look here. I'm not even going to bother with that. If they don't have tonight's game, they're not going to have Saturday's games up.
I would imagine you're right.
Here, let's see.
Pretty disappointing.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. It cost me money when it shouldn't. But stuff like that, you never know.
Yeah.
It might have been done. It might be a non-injury related, and maybe it's the right call. They see these players a lot more than we do, so we'll see. Miami O and Eastern Michigan. Okay. 0-3 and 2-6. Another game I wouldn't bet with. Somebody sent me money. Injuries. Oh, my own. Yeah. So the quarterback for Ohio is questionable, as well as 3 wide receivers.
Ew.
And what did I say? They're 0-3. I'm sorry, 4-3. And Eastern Michigan's 2-6. They must be 0-3 in conference. 0-3 away. That's what it was. Yeah.
They're 2-1 in conference. Actually.
Yeah. And the number is what? Let's see. 12.5. I'm surprised they're getting money. With the quarterback questionable and 3 wide receivers questionable. Something more is going on there. Okay, so here's this. I get this now. Better late than never, I guess. It's 7:34. Western Kentucky, Maverick McIver, unlikely to play Tuesday. That don't help me now.
I mean, he was still active as far as ESPN was concerned, but
yeah, not good. Not happy about that.
Where's that game being broadcast? It's probably on ESPN, isn't it?
I would assume so. Yeah, I don't know if they're showing a Kennesaw State game.
It's on ESPN2 has Kennesaw State, Florida International, and Western Kentucky just kicked, and it's on CBS Sports.
Okay. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that, but I can't have that anymore. That's a problem. All right.
How about Mizzou and Vandy?
Yeah, I like this game. Mizzou and Vandy. Where is it now?
I turned off the Mizzou Auburn game. My brothers were down there with the family and stuff, and I turned it off when I realized that nobody wanted to win. I was like, clearly neither of these teams have any interest in winning this game. Good night. Turned it off.
Yeah. Sometimes you see that. Hey, you see that in the NFL too. So, welcome to the new world of sports. Nebraska, Northwestern. I'd lay 7. I'm laying 7.5. Yeah, I'm just going down these again. I didn't bet any of this.
Yeah.
We'll firm things up on Thursday when the numbers, when the limits go up and that. This is still all relatively small. Okay, where's the Mizzou? I thought I marked it off.
It's a 3:30 start if it helps.
Okay, yeah. Here it is. Okay. Mizzou and Vandy. Vandy's open 2.5 up to, it's still 2.5 mostly. Couple threes coming up. At 3, I'll take Missouri plus 3. Yes. Yes, I definitely will. There's a reason.
Big when that field goal kicker missed. He banged it, but he missed it in the first overtime in the Auburn game.
I didn't see it. And
That's when he missed. That's when I went to bed. I said, fuck this.
Speaking of field goal kickers, how about the Giants place kicker? Missed 2 extra points.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's done. He's on his way to Burger King, I would assume now. He's not with the Giants anymore. I mean, that's another thing. First, I never heard of this guy. I don't know where he went to college. It's a name that usually some of the kickers, I heard that name mentioned before. His name never came up in conversation.
Yeah, those guys seem to bounce around. Like they have a couple good years, and then boom, they go here, they go there, and they're kicking when they're 45.
I agree. But this guy I've never heard of. And to miss 2 extra points. Library, where are you? Get in here.
Especially on the game you lost by a point and giving up an astonishing 33 points in the fourth quarter, 25 of which were scored in the last 5 minutes.
Hey,
that's like some NBA crazy stuff.
It's the only winner we had Sunday. Giants plus 7.5.
I won on both sides of that, and I didn't think I was going to. I took the Broncos plus 7.5 near halftime, or maybe it was at halftime. I don't even remember. And I went, way to give it away. You just gave it away. You gave away the Giants. And then I didn't even look at the score until later the next day. And I was like, we got it.
I thought I was seeing things. I mean, that was the best game they'll play all year. They controlled the whole game on both sides of the ball for 3 quarters. So, does it seem a little sketchy?
Dart, by the way. I'm a big Jackson Dart guy. Big Jackson Dart guy.
I like him a lot, that kid. Real good. He's a good player.
I just hope he doesn't get hurt. And that's a lot coming from a Philadelphia person.
Yeah, he's pretty tough. He's a pretty tough kid. A little bit reckless, if you want to call it that. Sure. Running the ball as much as he does and not sliding. It's youth. They'll knock that out of him at some point. He'll get it one shot that he won't forget, and he'll remember to slide more often than he does now. That's for sure. SMU we did in Wake. Ole Miss and Oklahoma. Nebraska and Northwestern. And that one I don't care about. Kansas State. In-state rivalry. It's always a good game. Some threes, open 2.5, a couple threes popping up. With the dog juiced pretty heavy. Mostly, it's a tough call. These games are in Kansas. It doesn't matter. It's not a home field, so both teams. Kansas State will travel well. It's right in state. They don't have to travel far. So nothing there. Auburn and Arkansas. I think Auburn's a better team. I would, the line is 1, Arkansas. I'd bet Auburn here, especially if it goes to. If I get 2, it opened the pick. If I could get 2 here, then it would be automatic at that point. I don't think it'll get any higher than that. I'd be surprised if it got to 2. But if it does, there's a pick at low vig. There's mostly ones, 1.5, a few 1.5s. Yeah, I think Auburn here. As a matter of fact, let me see something. What's the money line? You don't need to lay juice on something like this, that's for sure. Yeah, if you get Auburn at even money or better, it's worth it. You know, the usuals, Hard Rock minus $1.05. Jazz, Yo Pig minus $1.03. Circa 411 at even money. FanDuel, oddly enough, minus $1.10. They never have a problem doing that, do they?
No.
Jesus. Oh, please. I have to ask one favor. Don't send me any more DMs asking me about bookmaker needs, about public, about this sharp, about what's going. Please. Here's what the book needs to make money. They need to beat the sharp players. That's what they need. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but the public don't bet enough for the books to worry about it. You know, now at these, when I one caveat, when I say that, let me give you an example. These books, the regulated sports books, I'll list them for you. The Bet Rivers, the ESPNs, the Bet MGMs, the DraftKings, Caesars to a certain extent. They take on no sharp money, none of it. They won't take sharp bettors. If they find out you even have a pulse, they will throw you out. They'll limit you to 62 cents. And this is for public guys that don't even do this professionally. If you show any ability to win anything, all of the previously mentioned sports books will limit you to $1.65. So they take no sharp money. So I completely ignore what they need, what they want, what their number. I don't even pay any attention to it. The books don't balance their sheet by what the public does. The public doesn't bet enough to even move the needle. The average public bet is $25 to $50. That's what the public bets. So the bookmakers don't concern themselves what the public bets. It doesn't matter. Now, the only way this even comes into play is you need to be able to bet top down. If you understand how that works and you understand what a setup is and why it's set up around the key numbers and what the key numbers are, and then you can use these betting percentages. I don't believe them. Well, you know, who's the public? Who's the public? When you see these numbers, you know, the public, what does the public consist of? Is it a guy that doesn't know what he's doing? Is it a guy that maybe has a public account, you know, a regular account, and they're getting information from somebody sharp? Is it somebody that used to be no good, but now they're getting, you know, they got flipped, and now they're getting sharp information and they're set to win? So what is the public? Define the public for me. It's fucking meaningless. It means nothing. It's just a term that's thrown around. And by the way, this is not a new thing. This started 25 years ago with a company called Sports Insights. They're still in business. They have the Sharp report. They got the line freeze, reverse line movement. It's all horseshit. All of it. It's exhausting already. It's fucking exhausting already.
You didn't have to. You said you weren't going to, and then you
can't
did.
help it.
You have only one person to blame.
I can't help it because I want to answer everyone's question that send me DM about this stuff and not just say it doesn't mean anything. So let's take a game like Nebraska. Okay. At -7, there's sharp guys that'll lay 7. At 7.5, there's sharp guys that'll take plus 7.5. So who's sharp? Do you want to flip a coin and we'll make that decision when you figure it out? Or, you know, this is a numbers game. That's all it is. It's not pros versus Joes or any of that horse shit. This is one sharp group against another sharp group. That's all that matters. The public doesn't come into play at all. The only time they do come into play is markets that are easy to beat, like the prop market, like sometimes the futures market, which you don't get paid correct odds anyway. Teaser markets, parlay market, that's where the public comes into play. You know, they're looking to bet $5 and win 500. They don't win enough to justify the ends don't justify the means. So the books, and that's probably, I'd say, at least 50% of the public market or more, maybe 60%, is the prop market. So now, does the prop market come into play with the public numbers or no? Which is it? Does the team totals, do they come into play? Because all this stuff is intertwined, by the way. First half, second half, money line, team total, spread. That's all intertwined. So you're going to tell me that the books put all that stuff together and come up with a public number? I don't believe it. And if they did, with all that work, they're not giving it to you. They're not giving it to you.
That's probably the simplest thing. Wait a minute. You try to screw me every direction possible, and then you're disinformation. Here it is. Here it is. And Russell, Mark, it's 3-0 Western Kentucky. One of their freshmen is starting. Rodney Tinsdale.
Go get him, Rodney.
Let's go, baby. Rodney. Come on.
But tell me if none of this makes sense. Maybe I'm the fucking jerk. If the books are, in essence, when they tell you who the public's on, then they're telling you who the sharp money's on too. And if they need the other side from the public, so we'll use the Western Kentucky game tonight.
Yeah.
So all day I looked at the numbers just for the sake of this segment. All day the numbers were high public on Western Kentucky. Okay, great. So now if you need Louisiana Tech, wouldn't you want to make the price more attractive instead of less attractive? So instead of going to 4 or 5, wouldn't you want to go to 3 or 2.5 to make it more attractive for bettors, real bettors, to lay the 2.5? Or you want to make the number higher and let them lay 5.5 and 4.5 and 5? And don't tell me that all this money came in. This is not a money thing. These books, I guarantee you, none of them took a bet, and they just moved the number on this information because they don't know who the second string quarterback even is. He's a freshman. He probably never played before.
No, he had a couple of attempts, but Louisiana Tech just pumped one in.
I saw
7-3.
Yeah. All right.
Just whatever. Changes nothing.
But, what I'm trying to say is if the books are going to, it's exhausting. If the books are going to tell you, wanted you to know the right side to bet, well, why wouldn't they just put, here's every game, and instead of, having a score column, we'll have a sharp and square column. We'll let you know who all the syndicates are betting, just to make it easy for everybody.
Yeah.
Why would they want to put you through all this deciphering and, why would you want to figure out who the public is and who they're on and who the sharps are on, this and that? And just because the public's on one side, that don't mean the sharps aren't on the same side, by the way.
Fair point.
Just because the public is 60% of the money, the public money is on whatever, Louisiana Tech. Well, that 30% of sharp money, maybe how do you know the 30% sharp money will 5x, 10x, whatever the public money is.
Right. So here, look at your screen, by the way. Charlie.
Who's Carl? No, I'm not.
I don't know who that is.
Charlie, this has got nothing to do with them. This thing that they're doing now is as old as time. I told you it started with Sports Insights, and they're still doing it for $250 a month. It started in 1999. They opened their company. And this is exactly the same game plan that these other guys are. I know who Carl is. He booked at MGM. MGM doesn't take any sharp money. So I don't. This guy, I've heard his thing. He seems like a really nice guy. Takes care of his grandkids. God bless him. I don't care how anybody earns. I'm just, from my point of view, and I've been doing this a long fucking time. For me, the books are not going to make it that easy for you to win. They're just not. They're just not going to do it. And the same thing with Sports Insights. I had a look. I got to see if these guys still in business. The one guy is a partner in Odds Logic. He's a partner in the Odds Screen. So from what I saw, they're still in business. $250 a month for the Sharp Report, and this has been going on forever. The biggest bettors in the country, Spanky's one of them. He doesn't know. You think he looks at this stuff? He doesn't pay any attention to it. But he knows how to bet top down. And he's probably got really good handicappers working for him too. And there are other guys on Twitter that bet top down. They bet early. They grab a number and they move on to the next game. If the number moves against them, then they just dump it. If it's around a key number, if they're laying 7 and it goes to 7.5, then they just bet the other side. That's all. This is not, it's not as archaic as that everybody wants to make. It's not as, what's the right word?
Complicated is just fair enough.
Yeah, it's not. It's not easy. It's a lot of work.
Surely.
But, let's take the NFL. Forget about college for a minute. The NFL for years, for the last, I'm going to say 2 or 3 years, the public's been destroying it. They don't have a fucking clue what they're doing, by the way. They bet teams, and over time, betting teams will never make you money in this business. It just won't. If you don't know the value of a number, if you don't know what a proper money line should be, as opposed to a point spread, if you don't know the difference between laying $1.15 and $1.10, if you don't know those things, you can know everything you want to know about every team and every player, and you'll never make money long term. It's impossible.
So to that point, it's kind of interesting, right? I just thought of this when you were talking about this. So if the average bettor, say it's $25, whatever, and you're talking about the NFL, wouldn't it be, frankly, in the NFL's interest to keep presumably tens of millions of people happy for their $25? See where I'm going?
It's another thing. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. If these bookmakers, and I'm not talking about the ESPNs, they don't take a bet from anybody. The list that I gave out, they don't take a bet from anyone. There's very not square, I don't want to call them square, but public bettors that got limited over the course of a month to $2.50 at all these places. I can't bet at any of them, no amount. I can't even open an account at any of them. I'm being dead serious. I lasted at MGM, I think, 5 days when they opened. 365s. You could bet whatever you want. I already told that story. That didn't last very long. Bet Rivers, forget about it. ESPN, nonsensical. You can't bet 52 cents there. So none of these books, it matters. I don't give a shit what numbers they put up. I pay no attention. I wouldn't pay any attention to any of them, let alone the ones that I mentioned. They're regulated books. The only reason they make money is because they have an huge influx of parlay bettors, teaser bettors, future bettors. Now, future bettors, don't forget, this is something that not a lot of people think about. When you bet futures, I don't care where you bet them, regulated, offshore, wherever you bet them, what do you think they do with that money? You think they keep it in their bags in case they got to pay somebody out? They take that money and invest it in securities. That's real shit. That's what they do with the money. If you have an in at any bookmaker, real bookmaker, offshore, ask them what they do with the money, and they'll tell you they invested in securities. They don't leave that money laying around. They're already flush with money that they need to pay out from week to week. All that future money goes into a big pot and it gets distributed throughout different securities. That's another earn for them.
Sure.
Now you think would they do that and they're going to give you who to bet on too? Not happening. Not happening. Now some of the games will win and some will lose. That's with anything. No matter what approach you take, you're going to win some and you're going to lose some. There's no magic bullet out there. There's no, and I talked to a big trader offshore at one of the market making books, not these little pissant books, a real sports book. And he said, "What are you asking me?" I said, "Where did these numbers come from?" He said, "A lot of them are put out to influence betting patterns." This is what the guy told me. Now he's got no axe to grind. He doesn't give a shit. I've known him forever. He said a lot of these numbers are used strictly to influence betting patterns.
Sure.
He said, we don't give a shit how much money the public wants to bet. We know at the end of the year, we beat them every year. Not once in a while. Every year we beat them. The only thing we want to control is who the sharps are on and how much exposure we take, how much we want to limit ourselves to the stuff that they give us. We don't turn anybody away, but by the same token, that's how we get beat up, by holding on to too much of that stuff. So that's the game. That's the real game there. Now you heard it from a guy that in one of the biggest sports book in Costa Rica. So take it for what it's worth. I have no axe to grind with anybody. Sports Insights, I figured it out. I used it for a week. I looked at it for a week. I said, this is all bullshit. And that was it. And I never looked at it again.
Yeah.
But you know what? They have a huge client base, and you'll see if you use it or you've used it in the past, you'll see it'll be streaky. You'll win. You go on a little streak maybe, and then you'll lose it back, and you'll see the sharp report that you laid. And it might not be a bad idea, so you could see what these guys actually do, where they lay 7. And you got that on your sharp report and you put the bet in. And then later in the day, it goes to 7.5. And now you see the same guys at the same sports book bet the other side plus the 7.5. Now what do? So now you're just shooting yourself in the foot. And that'll happen with a lot of stuff. But if you don't believe me, then get a membership and you'll see that it happens pretty regularly. Not every day, not every game. But around key numbers, it'll always happen.
Yeah.
And you'll make a bet and say, well, shit, I thought -7 was good. Yeah, it was good at -7. At -7.5, it's not good anymore.
It's like and that's the thing too, right? Because you don't, generally speaking, you probably don't have the capital to get yourself out of it.
Right. Not only that, now you got to pay a price to get out.
What's what I'm saying? Even laying the 7, taking the 7.5 in the instance that you just used, well, first of all, the vast majority of people aren't even going to. And then the second part of that is, I already bet my, I'm not saying this is suggested, but I already bet my bankroll. I don't have any more bets left.
Yeah, because a lot of people, people are all in whatever, which neither here nor there. You bet the way you want. Yeah. I don't care. But, you have, if you're stuck in a position that you thought was good, especially when you're in a program like that, and it's telling you, oh, it's in my sharp report -7, and then you see, and it's laid out really well. I've seen it. And then you see later in the day at the same book and at others that'll pop up, you'll see them after you lay 7, maybe later in the day, it goes to 7.5. And then you'll see the same book, whether it be, I don't know, Heritage or Pinnacle or whatever, what have you, that when it went to 7.5, at the same book, they took the 7.5. And then you'll see others coming at plus 7.5. And then when it goes back to 7, you might see guys laying 7 again. So, but yeah, this is hardly a new theory.
Yeah.
Like I said, they opened in 99 and it's been going on at least since then. I never pay, I just don't bet like that, but whatever. You do what you want. No, I'm being serious.
No, I know that you are, but it's just
Uh,
I get it. It's like at some
you know,
point you just get all right, whatever, man. Like earlier you said like this is getting me worked up, and then but
yeah.
it's
Will it work over time? Maybe you make a small profit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. I hope you do. I hope everybody. I want everybody to make money. What do I care?
yeah, well,
I
yeah,
mean,
exactly. It ain't coming out of your pocket.
no, exactly. All right, what's this NBA score? More importantly, fuck is going on? Houston's up by 4.
Oh,
At least you could laugh, huh, Joe?
yeah. I mean, honestly, I've had a shit day, so
It's
what
better
are you
than
gonna do?
crying.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'm fresh
And
out of gummies, and
they
nothing's going
they
good.
say that if you just make yourself laugh for 1 minute, you'll keep laughing. It changes your whole body
It
chemistry.
does.
Like the monks and stuff, or not monk, like the yogis and shit. And then you'll
Yeah.
start laughing for real. You'll just start
Yes,
laughing for real, and you feel good. Laughing's great.
I agree. I agree.
It's better than crying.
Yes. Now the crying's over. Crying's all over. The weekend's done. Monday's done. Oh, Monday.
Put on your big boy pants
That's right.
and
Damn
buck
it.
up. We
That's
ain't got
right.
time to cry.
Fuck that.
F that S.
All right. Yeah, we did. Can't. Yeah, Auburn. I like.
I don't know where the hell we are.
We're
I ain't
down
gonna
at
lie.
Buffalo. Oddly enough, I did. I made bets that I made 2 bets. I'll give you one of them. I did bet Buffalo. Um, I made it 12. I think the number should be 12. I laid 9.5. It's 9.5. It opened 10.5. And as soon as it went below 10, I wanted to bet it. Could I have got 9? I didn't see any 9s come up. I laid 9.5. I think the 12 points better than it. That's what my numbers say. So we'll
Mhm.
see. The other one I got to keep in my pocket. Can't give you everything. Jesus.
No, no.
$3 a day. Come on. Um, I'm like, man, come on.
It's less than Starbucks.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Put the bets in for you? Jesus. All right. Illinois and Washington.
Ew.
Interesting game. Interesting game. Tough place to play. Washington. I don't know. I don't have an opinion right now.
No, okay.
I'd like to get 6. I'm not going to get it
I can't
with
wait
it.
till weather comes in. I like a little weather. You go out there, next thing you know, there's a sleet storm in
Yeah.
Washington.
You know, was it well, the weather obviously didn't develop in the Arkansas game. Like I thought, it poured all
Oh,
day, and they
right.
delayed the game. What country are we? What's going on? Now you can't play
Yeah,
in the rain and wind.
dude, I have never seen more delayed games. Like I look on the board on
Bro,
Saturday and I'm like, delayed. I guess I get the lightning. There's 75,000 people. You take the kids off the field, but there's 50,000 people up there ready to die.
yeah, yeah. Was that a 3:30 start? Was it supposed to be?
I don't remember.
So
No,
let's
no,
say
that was earlier. I think that was earlier. So I got home a little bit later. And maybe it was 3:30. So I got
I
home.
think it was 3:30. So now
Yeah,
they delayed it till 5:30 for the wind to stop. Well, shit! If I would have known that, I wouldn't have made the bet.
right,
I
exactly.
want it to start when it's supposed to start. When I know there's going to be the wind
I
was
was
spring was going sideways when it
I
was
was
supposed to
factoring
start.
this in. This was part of my decision here.
Yeah. By the way,
So
you
you
know,
know.
yeah, it would have been a first half in a gale. They wouldn't have scored any points. So again, it's a new
It's a
way of
new
doing
world.
things. What do we? You know what I mean, there, Joe? All right,
Mhm.
what do we got? Texas and
Just
Mississippi State. I talked
tell
about
me
that
about it.
already.
We did?
TC. Well, yeah, I did. Maybe I
Okay.
didn't. I thought
I'll
I
take
did.
your word for it.
Uh, plus 7.5. I'll take Miss State.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
we did talk, but we did. Yeah, I
yeah, I
remember
thought I
that.
did. I thought I did. Um, it's an early look. Again, Thursday I'll have something more for you guys. Right now, coming off a rough night last night, a little gun shy, little
How
bit.
about how about your Houston Cougars at the Arizona State Sun Devils?
Let's see,
It's
Houston
like the second to
Cougars.
last game of the night.
I can find that one. There it is. All right, Houston Zona State 7.5. Um, trying to think back. I saw both these teams play.
I like the coach from Arizona State, Kenny Dillingham.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He's a good
Yeah,
coach.
he seems like a. I like him. I don't know what that means, but
yeah. This it opened 8.5. I'm not laying 7.5. I could tell you that, and I don't know if I want to take it either at this point.
So there's a. Oh God, I'm going to interrupt you, but I want to.
No, shoot, go ahead.
Jump.
I didn't have much
No,
else anyway.
So Texas Tech. I got to look at the Texas Tech. Somebody's visiting Texas Tech. Somebody pretty bad. I don't remember. I have to look at the board. But anyway, Arizona State beat Texas Tech, delivering the first loss last week. Where is I got to go through the whole thing?
And that's another thing with these numbers, especially. That's a good point. When there's a game like that, Arizona State beating Texas Tech, the bookmakers don't forget that, and they know the public bets off of what they saw last. It's as simple as that. You'll see it more in the NBA now that the NBA is starting. The NFL, it doesn't matter. We talked about that. It's all fucking fixed anyway. It is.
I don't disagree.
No, I won't bet it anymore. I mean, not after when I see something like, and I've kind of been leaning. I'll take a little profit and just end it now before any more misery happens. I don't care who's betting in the NFL because, look, you can't score 25 points in 5 minutes. It's relatively impossible unless somebody allows you to do it. Tell me the scenario. Tell me how it works.
I wish I didn't turn it off. I would have liked to have seen it because I was flabbergasted when I saw the final score.
It was 32-8, or Denver had 8 points with 5.5 minutes left. So if you want to tell me legit you can score 24 or 25 points in 5.5, 6 minutes, explain to me how, unless the other team lets you. I don't know how you do it. Well, yeah, okay. So 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and still it's still not easy unless the defense lays down.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I wish I regret having turned it off, thinking I was actually a loser with my. I think I hedged myself out at 15-point middle. I turned it off. I'm like, screw this. The Broncos can't do anything today, and that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, I didn't see the end of it because I figured out this is over. I mean, I knew I'd won the bet, but when I looked at the final score, I said, "Oh my God, this is too much."
I couldn't believe it.
I mean, if you had 3 and outs at the end of the game, 3 plays got to take almost a minute and a half. Yes, a minute. That's 3 minutes right there. Now you got 3.5 left. How do you score 4 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns and a field goal?
Yeah, they must have went for 2. I don't know. I honestly,
it's hard to do, Joe.
Like, they had to have had another field goal, right? So it's kind of mind-boggling. So, but the reason we got onto that again was the Texas Tech. So we were talking about Arizona State and then Texas Tech. Texas Tech's a 38.5-point favorite at home versus OK State. The Mike Gundy less OK State.
Texas Tech, I saw them play a few times. One of the best teams I've seen this year.
Oh, I loved it. That Utah game.
Really good team. Both sides of the ball. That Rodriguez is a terrific player. I talked about him before. He's a great player. Quarterback's really good. Great defense all around. Really good wide receivers. They got the whole package, that team. They really do. They're going to go real deep. You'll see. It's a great team. Really good team. Well coached.
Did they cover 38.5?
Do they need to? I mean, could they? Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you would think you want some style points.
Well, if they want style points, just be the team to get them against, as this team stinks too, this Oak State team. They could beat them 52-0 without a lot of sweat, I would say. Will they? I don't know. Do they? Now you got, don't forget, with the NIL contracts and the NFL look-aheads and this and that, now you got kids that'll tell you, hey, look, we're up 35-0. I'm going to go take a shower. I got to get laid in the NFL. Right, not for nothing, coach. I got a couple cheerleaders waiting back in my apartment.
Oh, by the way, Coach, I make more than you, so I'm out of here.
Yeah. I got one for you, Coach, too. If you're not doing anything later, if you could ditch the wife or whatever.
I
So,
heard things weren't so great at home.
yeah. But yeah, I think they could name the score here. It seems like a lot of points, but it's a lot of points until Tech goes up 21-0 in the first quarter. In the first 7 minutes, then it's like, oh shit,
yeah.
I'm gonna need
I think
45 points.
I think that's reasonable, honestly. I think a 21-0 first quarter is completely reasonable.
You know what I might do here?
Western Kentucky touchdown, by the way, 10-7.
Look at that. Look at that. There is some hope, huh? What's this basketball? Oh, wait a second. Oh, shit. Hold on.
What have you done?
Hold on. That's just for my first half under, huh? Wow. Unfucking real, I'll tell you. Well, maybe not. Probably. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this bet right now when I can. 17 points. Forget about it. Let's go 28 here. All right. Let's talk about this real quick before I dump my first half bet.
All right. Where do you want to go? We only got a couple left. I mean, if you want to do any of them anyway. Because we bounced around. We got to the end of the card.
Oh, I know what I want to talk about. Texas Tech. Let me see what their do they have it up yet? Team total. I'm looking for team totals here. I'm going to assume probably. Where the hell
it's going to be like 49.
Yeah. 48.5.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Let me see what these other guys might have down in reality land here. Let's see. 48.5. Yep. Pinnacle. Under 29. Yeah. What about, let's see the first, they won't have first halves up yet. No. Yeah. No. Come on, work with me. Odds logic. Don't freeze up on me. You already got one strike tonight.
Russell, be safe getting the hockey. Is Russell playing hockey or dropping kids off?
What's going on, Russell? You going to watch a game?
No, he says heading to hockey, boys. Good luck. So great, be safe. I don't know.
Good luck, Russell. Thank you.
Maybe Russell's still playing hockey. I'd like to play hockey. I love playing.
I would
hockey.
too.
I like street hockey. It's my favorite sport of all time.
Yeah, when I wasn't on the ice, we played street hockey every day.
Russell is going to play a men's league game. Stay safe, Russell.
Nice. Good luck. Yeah, they had a I don't know if it was a semi-pro, not really semi-pro, but a pretty decent league. 15 minutes from here. And I would go as a kid. My dad would take me, and there was some big boys. Fights in every game. Every game. It was.
Do you remember? I remember going as a kid. My dad took us to the Spectrum in Philadelphia for the Philadelphia Wings, the major indoor box lacrosse. And like these dudes, it was absolute mayhem. Like the turf is rolled out right over plywood over the ice. It's like coming up in the corners. These dudes would beat the snot out of each other, just bang, bang, and they're fighting. And like these guys are like stockbrokers and attorneys because they went to Duke, Syracuse, Virginia.
Great.
And it was the best.
It's a rough sport. For real.
It's mayhem.
Yeah, it's a tough sport. We had the place in the Poconos. One of the family.
Oh shit! Russell's only 20 years old. Russell's still like.
Oh, no wonder. I got socks. I'm wearing socks that are 20 years old, Russell.
He goes, you guys thought I was 35. I'm like, yeah, I kind of did.
Oh, what I wouldn't give.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
God.
You ain't kidding.
Did you see what the general posted the other day?
Probably.
About my record, and he said, just imagine if he still wasn't chasing women around.
Oh yeah, I did.
And then he mentioned, he said one time he was, what did he say, on the rocks? Remember Roxy?
Oh yeah. Says yes. That's what I
said that one hurt, General. That one hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That
Charlie's 39. Charlie, I gotta be honest. You gotta change your diet or something.
Charlie, come on now. 49 I would almost bought too. You just went too deep, Charlie. All right. We did that. BC and Louisville. This could be a long day for Boston College, I'll tell you that. This is another game. Open 23 up to 25, 25 and a half. Probably beat them by 28, I would think. The Boston College is a bad team. But who knows? It's early yet. It's early. We'll see.
It's
We'll see. We'll
early,
cross.
yes, but yes. We're getting to that time of year in college football that some weird shit kind of happens every year.
Yeah.
That beginning of November, shit gets wild.
I'm listening. I just want to see what they want to rob me for to get out of this rat bet that I made. Guess the pain's not done yet, huh? All right. I got another week in me, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Come on. Time's wasting. Let's go.
Time's a wasting.
Yeah, they're not so anxious
Fix
for me to get
myself
in
some
there.
ice cream, get myself
Oh, look at you
in
with
my
that.
sit in my bean bag, sit back, I watch a movie at night. By the way, if you haven't watched the show The Diplomat on Netflix, I highly recommend it. It is terrific.
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
It's a third season. Carrie Russell, remember her, Carrie Russell?
Yes.
She was on like some kid show. I just find her so appealing.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's very plain.
Yeah.
She's very plain. I like her.
You know what I watched? Great. You might like. Oh, Michelle might like it. The Passenger in Cabin 10 or Cabin 8. It's new on.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
You watch it? Pretty good, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So what do we got here? They got no shot. I can't get out either.
Oh. You could always call it a bomb threat to the stadium.
Don't give me any ideas, Joe, please.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Let's see if it. What do I got? What's the number now? Let's see, kids. Let us just see here. I don't even think I'm going to need a lot of help here. Hold on. Oh, 30 and a half. Yikes. No, thank you. I'll just take my medicine. 30 and a half. How about 28 and a half or 28? Not good enough for you?
No.
Greedy bastards. All right. Well, any good news in the NBA? It's got to be. All right. Rockets up 3. LeBron's not playing tonight for the Lakers.
I thought LeBron retired.
Why would you retire when I throw that money at you? I mean,
he's. I like Stephen A. Smith said this week. He goes, yeah. He alluded to. He didn't outright say it, but he kind of led. He goes, LeBron is a different guy than his character. I don't think he's. He kind of like. I don't think he's such a good guy.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Well, that league will ruin anybody. I don't know. Who knows what he was like when he first came in? That league will destroy anybody. So maybe, who knows?
Yeah, I'm never going to meet him, so
I don't
exactly.
Care. Golden State laying 2.5 to the Lakers. It's too early for me to see that LeBron. It opened 3.5. Lakers. LeBron is not worth 5 points. I could guarantee you that. To the number. When I say somebody's not worth this amount of points, it means to the number. If I could get 3, I'd bet the Lakers. 2.5 doesn't interest me so much. But this is an overmove. Clear as day, an overmove. And he's always been, a few years ago, it would have been 6 points. Sure. Now it's 5. It's way too much. It's way, way overdone. And it's just because it's him. There's other players, Curry, you'll see over moves on. Yeah, I mean, I would wait live and see if I can get a 3 or 4 and then bet the Lakers. That's what I would do. What is it? It's only 8 o'clock. It's 2 hours away. I could get in a whole lot of trouble by then. Let's see. I'm going to need a lot of help. with this under 24.5. I could tell you that. Have stranger things happened? Yep. Yes, they have. But usually when things go bad for a few days,
Yeah,
you usually don't get those breaks, but we'll see.
and you know what the funniest part is too, and we kind of talked about it last week. 15-1 week, and then it's the bad week's coming.
I said it.
Like it's inevitable, right? It's it's a train coming down the tracks, and no matter what happens, it's really hard to handle.
Yeah, it's just not any fun. It's just you feel like you're never going to win another bet. And me,
Yeah.
I feel that way. So people that been doing it for a year or 5 years or 10 years must be like, oh my God, I'm really not going to win another bet.
Yeah, absolutely. It's easy.
So I
It's
get
it's
it.
the you take the they say you take the stairs up and the window down, the escalator down or the elevator down, but that's what it's like. It's like you're oh, this is great. You're learning, you're doing this, you're getting better, you're seeing things, and then you have the kick in the dick,
Yeah.
and it's dejecting.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. I didn't think it was going to be this week, but I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Or last week, rather.
Yeah.
This week. And it was still up for the month. That's the main thing.
Sure.
All the rest doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Trust me, college football, anybody on here would trade places with me. Anybody. NFL, up 2 or 3 units, I don't care. It's unless you're on the inside and you know really what's going on with. I believe not all the games. A lot of
Yeah.
them are scripted.
Yeah, there's
And
a
fixed.
lot to be said for it. It's really hard to argue against it. Yeah, there's far too many coincidences. There's far too many convenient flags, or depending on the side, inconvenient flags. Uh, it's hard not to think that way. That's for sure.
And I'm not saying it doesn't happen in college. It's just too many games to notice it.
Yeah, fair point.
Last Thursday, I think it was. We had I think it was an under. Not positive.
Yeah,
The first
sounds
half
familiar.
under. And they did everything they could to make this game go over. I mean, everything. They picked up holding flags that they ran replays on. The guy was tackled. They
Yeah,
picked
right.
up the
Turn them around.
flag because there was a team drive with a chance to score, and it ended up. I think it was under 28.5 or something like that, and it landed 28. So I just threw that. Figured I'd throw that in. It's just you don't notice it as much because there's so many games that it's hard to spot. But when you see it,
Well,
you'll know it.
just so many fewer eyeballs. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, because everybody could be looking at the same, but if everybody's watching that one game where it happened,
Yeah, of course.
like a Monday night football game or a Thursday night,
Yeah.
then everybody would be in agreement, like something's wrong here, very
Yeah,
wrong.
No question.
But I think that's all I got.
All right. Well, it was plenty. I'm
Yeah,
glad I
well,
talked you off the ledge.
thank you,
I'm glad
Joe.
to get you back. You went on like a 10-minute tirade that I think I enjoyed. I think others enjoyed. And it was valuable.
It happens.
It's
It
about bringing
happens.
value, a little bit of education.
Just my
Not in
opinion.
not a demeaning,
No,
superior way either. It's just like, hey, man, this is it.
I got people that I'm friends with that worked at Sports Insight that swore up and down about this stuff.
Yeah.
I said, all right, cool. No. What do you think? I said, it's not for me.
Yeah.
So it's, different strokes for different folks. That's all. I do want everybody to win, though. That's true.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to see anybody lose. 'Cause I know how miserable it is. It
Yeah.
sucks. But yeah, Thursday we'll put a bow on it. We'll tighten some things up number wise.
Yeah.
I'll be able to give you a better opinion on some of the stuff that we threw out tonight.
And Thursday we'll go at 6, if not before, but probably 6. 6 seems to be pretty good. 7 was good, like a good turnout, to be perfectly honest. So
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking of doing? I don't know. I say this every week, but maybe I'll do it. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. But now that the NBA's back, maybe we do a little pregame NBA style, closer to tip. Just something I'm thinking of doing. Maybe spaces. I don't know.
yeah, why not?
We'll see. We'll figure it out. It's early. It's game 1. So
Honestly, I think the video is, you get to see your reaction. And if you're by yourself, it's great. Why not? Like, just go up, bang it up for, do the half hour, an hour, you watch some
we could
games,
do
throw
that.
stuff, get pissed
Could do
off at the
that.
television.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You talked me into it.
Perfect. See that? That's for you, Cha.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hit the like, subscribe, so you get notifications when we're on. If we forget to post or whatever, we'd appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm. I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but
Ooh.
I'm doing my best. So we appreciate the help anyway.
Yeah.
Joe, you got anything?
No, I'm good. I'm tired. I was up early and at the house and got a surprise bill today for a
Yeah.
new heater, boiler, and everything. Well, it wasn't my day.
It's brutal, man.
Yeah.
I was hoping for the I forget what option A was, but it was certainly better
No,
than
I
the
had option A. That was wholly different. That was the whole well that had to get redone last week,
option.
which was, we got lucky on that one. That was the option A, was fine with me.
Yeah.
But yeah. So an unexpected like $30,000 outlay in the last week and a half. It's kind of nauseating.
Ugh.
Yeah, not fun.
And I know the feeling. See the week I had. All right. Anyway, we will be back on Thursday. Pick it back up. Maybe I'll do a pregame tomorrow or
Cool.
on Wednesday. We'll see. I'll watch
All
the
right.
numbers, and if I see any NBA early, I'll put it up on Twitter so you can all grab it. That's all I got, guys. I appreciate you stopping by, though.
And if you can, share the video. Like, put it in a tweet, retweet it.
Yeah,
Like,
please. That
retweet
would
it, send
help.
it to somebody. That'd be good. All
That
right,
would help.
we're out of here.
Thanks, Joe.
Later, pal.
Take care.